Yeah, it could be, excuse me, potentially very tricky for Prince Harry, but this litigation is not actually been brought, or he is not a defendant in this particular case. It's all about this conservative think tank called the Heritage Foundation, who is suing the Department for Homeland Security in the United States over the release of Prince Harry's immigration records. As you said in that introduction, the Department for Homeland Security refused to give those immigration records to the Heritage Foundation. And it is all been sparked by, as you say, Prince Harry's reference in his memoir Spare to taking marijuana, cocaine and so-called magic mushrooms, psychedelic mushrooms as well, which you cannot do if you want to enter the United States. So Niall Gardner of the Heritage Foundation says, given Prince Harry's extensive drug use admissions, normally disqualifying from entry into the United States, Americans deserve to know if Prince Harry lied on his application and the Department for Homeland Security looked the other way or gave him otherwise preferential treatment. And that's why it's potentially quite tricky, because either Prince Harry did not admit on his immigration form to taking illegal substances, or he did say so, and the Department for Homeland Security, in other words, the Biden administration, the US government, looked the other way or gave him preferential treatment because he is the Prince of the United Kingdom. So there are a lot of potentially quite hot water scenarios for Prince Harry and indeed the US government if the judge decides that rules in the Heritage Foundation's favour and orders the government to release those immigration records for Prince Harry. A government lawyer for the Department for Homeland Security had previously written in a court submission, courts hold that a person's visa or immigration status is private, personal information and therefore is exempt from disclosure. I have contacted Prince Harry's office for comment. As of yet, nothing back from them. The hearing in this case in Washington, D.C. expected to happen our evening time, US's lunchtime, and then the judge will make his decision at a later date.
So as the Heritage Foundation, are they attempting to expose potential double standards here?
I think that is the accusation against the government, the US government here, because I think they are arguing that an ordinary citizen, if they put on their immigration application form to enter the United States and they put that they had taken illegal substances, it is very likely that that immigration would be refused. They would be refused entry into the United States. They'd need a very specific exemption. So the question is, if Prince Harry was legally warranted an exemption, if he did admit to taking illegal drugs on that form, who made that decision within the Biden administration or the Department for Homeland Security? Now, that may not be the case. Prince Harry may have may have not put on his immigration record that he had taken illegal drugs, in which case all eyes will turn on Prince Harry for why he lied on his immigration records. As I said, we don't know what's on that immigration record, so there's no suggestion Prince Harry has lied at this point, but clearly that's what the immigration records would tell us either way.
Yeah, but either way, it's not good for anyone, is it? I mean, either he lied, or perhaps he might say he forgot, or something like that, but that is a criminal offence, if I'm not mistaken, to lie on your immigration application form in the United States. So it's either fault on his part or fault on the Biden administration's part. There's no happy conclusion to this saga.
And this all comes back to his memoir Spare, and it's got himself into a lot of hot water because not only has he admitted in that book to taking illegal substances at various times, there's also other instances within that book which have since been proven to not be particularly true. I remember breaking exclusively on GBNews that Prince Harry perhaps forgot, or at least was not aware of the circumstances surrounding the death of his great-grandmother, the Queen Mother. He said when he found out she died, he was at school. He was actually on holiday skiing with the then Prince Charles and Prince William. So it's all of those points in his book which question whether there are more perhaps serious allegations in that book which perhaps are Prince Harry's version of the truth rather than the full truth.